Pacquiao mentioned moving to 135. Now, is that something that you would like to see happen, or would you actually rather he stay at 130? I mean, he's a very muscular build guy, so it might be in him.
35, I think there's guys out there who can beat that division. There's some guys maybe I would stay away from because of, maybe too strong, possibly. But, there's some guys out there. He told me he'd like to win that 35 title against Diaz, possibly.
Were you yourself as a trainer a little bit guilty of taking Morales a bit lightly?
Definitely. I thought, he got beat by Burr. Then he takes a tough fight with Pacquiao right away. I says, oh, this guy might be just doing it for the money. This is probably his last fight. And going out that way. I underestimated him, yes. And
And you think that's a good measuring stick, Diaz? Because there's not a lot of secrets. He's pretty straightforward, comes forward, strong guy.
Front right, a little bit awkward because he's a southpaw, man. He doesn't really like fighting southpaws that well. He's hittable, and usually when people are hittable, man, he does pretty well with those types of that southpaw. And the thing is, I saw, I trained Oscar for a fight, and for Oscar to come down to 147, I think he's going to struggle. My guy's fought 4 times this year. Oscar hasn't fought 4 times in 4 years.
Right.
We have an advantage in the punch. There's no doubt about that in my mind. And the activity and speed. And the thing is, Oscar just can't pull the trigger.
That's right. Obviously, Hatton's a lot younger than De La Hoya was. You think he can still pull the trigger?
Oh yeah. He's not the same guy that he was before the Mayweather fight. I think the Mayweather fight took something out of him.
You said that it's his speed that will make him win. What about his skill?
His speed and his power will make him win, and his overall game. He's a much better boxer than Ricky Hatton. Ricky Hatton has terrible footwork. His chin's up in the air. He keeps his hands low. I mean, I've been studying this guy for 2 months now. I'm tired of watching tapes of him, but he doesn't belong in the ring with Manny Pacquiao, in my opinion.
Right. Okay, how about Miguel Cotto? I mean, Miguel Cotto obviously has a comeback fight in February. Size-wise, there's not a big difference. Maybe in frame, but in height, that looks like a lot more competitive fights for Manny. And realistically, with Cotto having his fall out with Margarito, there's a lot of questions leaning around him. How about that fight?
Yeah, that's one I haven't really thought of, but he's definitely a possibility. I would definitely fight Cotto without a doubt. That'd be a great fight, actually. And obviously a dangerous fight for us, but that's what it's all about. I mean, danger doesn't. We have no fear. So the thing is, I think that'd be a good fight for Manny. Yeah, that'd be very interesting.
Yeah.
The big thing right now is he the same fighter that he once was since the fight with Margarito? How much did that fight take out of him? He took a lot of punishment in that fight. He hasn't really looked that good since that fight. I don't think he has good defense. It's passive.
Yeah.
It's way too passive. That works well in the amateurs, and his guys can't score points, but there's no counter punch off that passive defense.
Right.
So he waits for you to finish your combination, and then he throws.
All of Manny's fans are calling out, and they want to see Manny get in with Margarito. Did you ever thought about that fight?
I've thought about it. I don't think so. A lot depends on how Margarito looks when he fights Shane, of course. But realistically, though, he's a big 47-pounder in his prime right now. I just don't think that's a great fight for us at this point. I thought Oscar was because of his age, and his last couple of performances weren't that great to me. But Margarito, I'm a brave guy, but I'm not stupid. So So I think that'd be. I think we just that'd be a little bit too big a step.
I think Manny's gonna knock him out inside of 8 rounds.
Pues que me mira manco, que.
I saw your last 2 fights.
I mean, Shane came to my gym twice to negotiate the fight with me. I said, Shane, can you make 142, 143? He says no. I says, well, okay, there's no fight. He says, you fought Oscar at 147. I said, you're not Oscar.
What do you mean by that?
He's better than Oscar.
Freddie, can you make a comment about Pacquiao and a matchup with Sugar Shane Mosley?
Well, you know what? Does anyone really care about that? Is that selling your tickets? I mean, really, Shane looked pretty bad in his last fight. I don't know. You know, business-wise, does it make sense? Yeah, you know. I mean, it doesn't excite me, but, you know.
With, but let's just say the super fights. Let's just step away from the superstars. Tune-up fight. Who would be a good tune-up fight if he's waiting for one of these superstars to step up and challenge Manny?
Well, Timothy Bradley's making a little bit of noise. He's talking about fighting, of course. He's still world champion. I'm sure it's still a tough fight style-wise because he's a pretty good boxer. But you know, I really haven't thought that deeply. I guess Bradley's the only one I can think of off the top of my head, but. I was just getting an edge if I could, and just throw them. I was just taking away something that they wanted. You know, the thing is, I'd like to get him down in weight a little bit, make him work to get down in weight a little bit, because you know, Manny only weighed 42 at the weigh-in, so you know, 40 is a more natural weight for us, of course, and we need, you know, Floyd's a talented guy, and if we can take something away from him, we will.